Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you this beautiful Tuesday morning? It's Tuesday and we're in production. Sometimes we just have to kind of sing ourselves a little song to make sure that we are flowing in that place of productivity and not a place of drudgery for the day. We need to make sure that in all that we are doing, we are making sure that we are. So I want to say productive, but productive is not the word. I want to say fruitful. There we go. We want to make sure that we are fruitful in all that we are doing. Very, 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 very important. I just finished taping my Unstoppable Lioness show for this week, and it will air on Friday at 11 or no, at 9 a.m. I'm sorry, I'm wrong. 11 a.m. Eastern, which is 8 a.m. Pacific. My guest was a young lady by the name of Robin Banks, and we got into a deep dive on neuroscience and how it affects us, how the brain affects the body. And one of the things that she talked about was the brain's first response, its first task that it feels it has to accomplish is safety for the body. And so, because of that, we wind up in this survival place. Now, that was really, really interesting to me because I shared with her all of my life since the age of 7. I have lived my life basically from a survivalist standpoint. And I just found out a few years ago why I was like that. And that was because my father passed away when I was 7. I felt he was my only protection in life. And so I took on this connotation of it's about me and I got to protect me at 7 years old. I know, right? But, a little 7-year-old mind is not fully developed, but mine was developed well enough to, think some thoughts. Anyhow, she was talking about, and I'm telling you guys, you want to catch the show on Friday. You really, really, really want to hear her because she talked about moving from that place of survival to that place of thriving. And it's something that we have to do mentally before we can actually ascend to it. Which it's fascinating. Again, tune in to my Unstoppable Lioness show on Friday to get the full of what she shared. But I wanted to come on and share with you today that it is a mental thing. And she also said this: what we say programs our brain to produce the lifestyle that we say we're living. If we're constantly saying, I don't remember anything, I can't do this, I can't do that, then the brain will process it and help you with I can't, because you can't, because the brain says you can't. So the brain says, okay, well, we can't do that. I'm always telling you about the power of words, and she gave science to what I am saying. So remember how powerful your words are. I know them to be powerful to move the atmosphere, to change your atmosphere that you dwell in. But she actually gave the science behind how powerful it is to your brain. So be careful what you are saying. Stop. I had a dear associate that I worked with for many years when I was working for Don King Production. I loved him. His name was Captain Joe. Yusuf Shah was his name. He was a Black Muslim. Actually, had been with Malcolm X and assigned to him and what have you during Malcolm X's life. But Captain Joe, if you ask Captain Joe how he was doing, he was always say struggling. That would be the word that would always come out of his mouth: struggling. And one day I was like, Captain, when are you going to stop struggling? Because it draining for me. Why are you always struggling? Well, sister, it's a struggle out here. But those were his words. And guess what? Until the day he went home, he was struggling. Change your words so your brain can accomplish what it is that you say you are doing. So you're no longer just surviving, you're thriving. Let your brain in on the secret that you're carrying in your heart, that you want to thrive, but you won't say it out of your mouth. Thank you, Holy Spirit. That was good. You will establish your surroundings and your atmosphere by what you say, because the brain, this is good, y'all got to see Friday's show, because the brain will accommodate what your words are saying. How about that? That's amazing to me. So from now on, when you're thinking about choosing your words carefully, make sure you understand that the brain is going to react to the word you are putting out there and try to make it so. Okay? And try to make it so. I shared with her that, if I'm struggling to remember something, I will tell my brain, and if you know me, I say this for real. It's in there, go find it. Because I know that I have not lost any capacity. I've not lost any memory. It's there. So go find it. I look at it like a motherboard on a computer. Sometimes you have to do a search to find the file that you're looking for. So I treat my brain likewise, and I tell it, it's in there. Go find it. And sure enough, it will. And it'll drop it in there. And I was like, this is what I was trying to say. Here's the name. I have left people's presence and called them back or text them and said, oh, here's the word I was trying to remember. Here's the name I was trying to give you, because it'll just pop. It'll just be like, boom, there it is. Because my brain went and found it and brought it back to my remembrance. So I'm telling you this so that you can structure your words to help your brain formulate what it is that you desire. This is not the law of attraction. This is how your brain functions. Y'all, please, 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 if you have the ability to tune in to my Unstoppable Lioness show on Friday, do that, because Robin was off the train and she taught us some things that were phenomenal. Okay, so yeah, tune in. But for what I'm telling you, this is how you're going to transition from just striving to thriving, because you're going to let your brain knows this is the lifestyle that I desire and that I am curating for us. Okay, for us, for brain, mind, body, spirit, physical being. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. All right. You have an absolutely positively fantabulous day. And remember how powerful your words truly, truly are in more ways than one. This was amazing. All right. Love you with the love of Christ. There's nothing you can do about it. And Lord willing, I'll see you tomorrow.